Hey everyone, welcome to Approachable Napa. Today we're talking about AVAs, what they are, why they matter, and how Napa Valley's topography shapes the grapes grown here. This is one of the simplest ways to understand why some wines from the same valley can taste completely different. AVA stands for American Viticultural Area. It's a legally defined grape growing region with unique geographic or climatic features that influence how wines taste. Think of it like a neighborhood for each wine. Each AVA has its own personality. I'm featuring two bottles in this video, the 2018 Duckhorn Monitor Ledge Cab from St. Helena AVA and the 2016 Meteor Perseid Cab from the Coombsville AVA. These two wines come from the same valley, same grape, and somewhat similar winemaking philosophies, yet they drink completely differently. And that's because their AVAs have completely different climates, soils, and topography. This is exactly why understanding AVAs helps you predict what a wine will taste like before you even open it. Now, an AVA doesn't automatically guarantee quality, but it does guarantee identity. When you see an AVA on a label, it tells you where the grapes came from and gives you clues about the style of the wine. This knowledge is a trick to instantly level up your tasting notes, as you'll have an idea of what to look for before putting your nose or mouth to the glass. AVAs differ because of three main factors that I've already mentioned: climate, soil, and topography. When we talk about climate, we can look at cooler AVAs that have higher acidity, fresher fruit, or warmer AVAs that have riper fruit and a fuller body. We also can look at soil. When you have a rocky, volcanic, or gravelly soil, you really stress the vines, which creates more concentrated wines, whereas richer soils will have softer, more approachable wines. Now, when we look at topography, we have a lot of factors to consider: elevation, slope, sun exposure, even fog influence. And these factors all change how the grapes ripen. And that means a Cabernet from Stag's Leap can taste a lot different from a Cabernet in St. Helena, even though they're only a few miles apart. Now let's talk about Napa specifically, because this valley is a perfect example of how geography creates distinct wine styles. There are two mountain ranges, the Mayacamas and the Vaca, and they both frame Napa. The Mayacamas on the west and the Vaca Range on the east. Now, the Mayacamas will bring your cooler morning fog in from the Pacific, and that means AVAs like Mount Vidur and Spring Mountain, they get cooler temps, rugged rocky soils, creating structured high acidity Cabernets, where the Vaca will have warmer, drier, more exposed AVAs like Howell Mountain and Atlas Peak. And that produces powerful tannic Cabernets with darker fruit. And then you have the valley floor, which is between the two ranges. And that's a place like Oakville, Rutherford, Yountville. You have warm days and cool nights here, a perfect formula for Cabernet ripening with these deep alluvial soils that create these really plush and balanced wines. And really, when you think about Oakville, it's really known as Napa's sweet spot for like power and elegance, and that just comes from the topography of the region. You also have these microclimates in Napa. It's only 30 minutes long, Napa as a whole, but the temperature difference between the Carneros and, in the south and like Calistoga in the north can be almost 50 to 20 degrees on the same day. With the Carneros, you have these cool, windy climates that are more akin to like Chardonnay or Pinot Noir. Stag's Leap is cooled by the bay and warmed by the valley. You get these silky, elegant cabs. And then like Calistoga is your hottest AVA, so you get these really bold, ripe, high alcohol content cabs. And this is exactly why Napa has 16 AVAs, right? Each one has its own combination of climate, soil, and topography that shapes the wine. So understanding AVAs helps you predict what a wine will taste like even before you open the bottle. Now, if you like structured mountain-grown cabs, if you know your palate, you'll look for something like Howell Mountain or Mount Veeder. If you prefer plush, balanced cabs, you'll look for something like Oakville or Rutherford. And if you want these cooler, more elegant styles, Stag's Leap or Coombsville are great places to start. So that's your intro to AVAs, what they are, why they matter, and how Napa's geography creates so many distinct wine styles. This is my first video in a series of educational videos. Hopefully I can break down more of Napa AVAs individually in the future. Thanks for watching and tuning in to Approachable Napa.